We join the super legit crew before the show, just after sound checks. If you
need to
have
look good.
air conditioners on that need to be quieted, or if you have cell phones that need to be muted, now would be the time.
Oh.
Are we turning off the copy machine?
Yeah, I was making some copies.
Yeah.
No, I have an air
Mhm.
purifier, and if it's on auto and it smells
Oh.
something, it goes up to really high and loud, and it does it. It's very strange.
So
It has
then
a
we
rhyme
know
of
when
its
you
own.
fart throughout the episode.
That's right,
Right,
and I
yes.
can't have you knowing that.
No, and we don't have Lydia's
Secret
fart machine
fart.
for this one either. So, all right, everyone ready to go? All right, let's do it. We sadly don't have Josh tonight because he's out sick, and this is like the second episode in history he'll have missed. It's insane. But here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Super Legit Podcast. I am your host, Jet Kaufman, and I'm surrounded by so many wonderful people. Let's rattle off our usual cast members. We've got Chris Sanders.
Hi.
Jen Burton.
Hello.
Sean Michael Boozer.
You are surrounded.
Stephen C. James.
I'm usual.
And my spectacular co-host, Michael Heiman. How's it going, Michael?
Stop, Jay. You're too kind tonight.
Okay, I'll stop.
So that's it. We're done?
Yeah.
Great.
All
Great.
right.
Good night,
Great
everyone.
episode, everyone. Fantastic.
Tonight's episode was brought to you by...
Michael Heiman, tell us, we also have guests this week. Who do we have?
We do have very special returning champions this week, Shulie Cowen and Norm Thoeming. Welcome back.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Thank you for having us.
of opening night fame
Yes.
among other individual fames as
Mhm.
well. These are they're famous among our circle of being wonderful people.
Aw.
That's
right.
This is true.
Very true.
Yes.
Yes.
So Michael, we have a question we got from one of our previous guests.
We sure
You wanna
do.
Throw that out for people?
Recent episode, returning champion as well, Chris Thompson, submitted tonight's question,
Oh.
which is, what's the weirdest thing you've ever had to do as part of a job?
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I have one.
Oh, Jen,
Great.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Better be weird.
It is weird, and it also has a little bit of a tiny story attached to it.
Even better.
So, a long time ago, kind of right after I got out of college, I worked for an advertising company, and I was the photo editor for this advertising company. And and we did movie posters. And part of my job was for the art directors, I would have to like organize these photo shoots. They'd need like pieces. You know how like at a movie poster, it'll be like a guy holding a gun and like a lady smoking a cigarette. This was in the 1930s. Anyway,
Yes.
so they'd be like, look, we need like hands holding like, whatever prop. So I'd have to go to a prop shop, get the prop, set up the photo shoot, and like shoot these pieces for the posters.
Mhm.
And so the weirdest thing I ever did was it was for a movie. God, I can't even remember the name of the movie. All I remember, it was set in the water. It was like a submarine type army.
U571.
It might be that.
It's a
Actually,
great movie.
Well done, Santa.
that actually might be it. I'm not kidding. I think that actually
Hey
might
man,
be it.
we're
Tuber
underwater,
boys.
and we need to stop the Hitler and his boy. Even though my dad was a submariner in the Navy, and he the reason that movie is stuck in my brain is because I remember watching it, and I would have been like a teenager when that came out. I enjoyed it because it was action packed and all these subs getting sunk, and my dad was like, "We never sank a single U-boat."
So it was a movie.
Torpedoes in World War II. So get the shit off my screen.
Okay.
Fair
So
enough.
you're getting props for this water movie.
So I had to give
That
props,
is
but
U571.
yeah. So I
Canonically.
I had to go to this prop house and get a bunch of guns, like long gun, like things that looked like military grade weapons, and
Ugh.
put them into the back of my Honda Civic, which is what I had at the time. So the back of my Honda Civic is filled with like artillery and, guns and things, which was freaky in and of itself, which is fine. But then they decided to shoot what we needed on the roof of the building, which was in Beverly Hills. So people in the office, we would do this sometimes where you just need like the shadow of something. And so you just use people around the office to like shoot like an element.
Mm-hmm.
So we had all these people wearing dark clothes and like those knit caps and holding long guns and on the roof of a building in Beverly Hills. And I went down to the office to, I can't remember what. Oh, I remember what. I went down to, this is a story. You can cut a lot of this out, Jet. Anyway, I went back to the office. They were all on the roof.
It's all staying in.
They were all on the roof, like getting ready, looking very, like bad people. Murdery. And I went down to get something, the camera, I can't remember what. And when I came back upstairs, all of the art directors were standing at the edge of the building with their hands held up.
Oh, God.
Because somebody had called the SWAT team.
Oh, my God.
And there were, and I just remember the senior art director was like, go down right now and tell them that, because I was behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Through the thing, and he was like, you need to go down and tell them it's a photo shoot right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran down all these stairs and I walked out. It was on Wilshire Boulevard, and I remember going, it's a photo shoot. I mean, it's a miracle they just didn't blow my brains out. But this guy behind like a pillar grabbed my whole body and pulled me because he thought that I was like in danger, and I had to be like, it's an advertising company. We're idiots. And they truly did think we were absolute morons. And it's a miracle they didn't arrest us, but they thought we were idiots. So that is I don't even remember the question anymore because I started the story 18 years ago.
That actually reminds me of it's not an answer to the question, but I was filming some pilot when I was a kid for a show. I think it was called Hardball, and there's this scene where I have to run across like 6 lanes. I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. I have to run across 6 lanes of traffic because I'm being chased by kidnappers or whatever, and then a car pulls up and they grab me and throw me in the back of the car and speed off. And of course, the filming of it, super, super safe because, of course, it's all perspective. So every car passing in front of me is like 3 lanes away from me. Like it's all filmed really well and everything's easy. And after we finished filming the take, they had to rush to help this poor old woman standing on the sidewalk who was watching this from nearby. Didn't know we were filming because, of course, the cameras are far enough away for this perspective trick that you can't tell it's a production as easily. And she just watched a kid run across the street and get kidnapped in front of her eyes. Poor woman was just terrified.
This business, like when you talk about doing, all right, there's a gazillion stupid ways to sell your time on this planet to make money. But in this business, there seems to be like even more opportunities to do that. Like the dumbest thing I've ever done for money, and I don't have a story like Jen. I'm just going to show the W-2 to my microphone. Dude, this is the dumbest job I've ever had. I didn't book the gig. I booked the backup for the gig for COVID compliance.
Oh, yeah.
So I got paid for the day, did not have to go in, didn't even have to go in, got paid for a day of shooting, did nothing.
Yeah.
Best job ever.
Oh my God.
Weirdest job ever. I'd like more of that.
Yeah.
I do have a strange job in my history. Not necessarily strange, but it was.
I know what you're going to say.
Yes, this because I do like to talk about this. In college, I had a job at a gourmet pizza restaurant, a microbrewery, but I didn't have all the hours one might need. So they also owned a lower budget delivery company called the Pizza Express. And the Pizza Express had a mascot named the Pizza Express Man. And the Pizza Express Man
Shulie
was
is just
a
loving
character.
the hell out of this for all the people at home, by the way. Just if you could see the video, she is so
joyous.
excited by this story.
It's a character who arrived at parties or wherever you might need a brand ambassador wearing Oakley wraparound sunglasses,
Yes.
a full red unitard with like black bikini briefs over them, boots. And it says Pizza Express Man on the front. And can I do a shout out? Pizza Express. Hope you're doing great. And so like for a party, we're talking like frat parties or just random campus parties at Indiana University. They had a full size like van, a Econoline van, with speakers on the outside and a fog machine inside. And basically we'd roll up playing Beastie Boys songs and the doors would open, the smoke would come out. The Pizza Express Man would come out. And from my apron, I would hand out condoms, Tootsie Rolls, or coupons for free breadsticks.
Was this? Am I wrong, or was this guy involved also in the January 6th thing?
I mean, I'm not going to say.
him.
I'm not going to say this Pizza Express man was, but was a Pizza Express man possibly. But the strangest it got, because I couldn't always do weekend nights. There was a chili contest that needed a judge. I don't know why, but the Pizza Express man was one. It was the dean of students, the homecoming queen, and the Pizza Express man. So I sitting there with the dean of Indiana University, and he's like, "Oh, where do you live?" And I'm like, "I did not break character. It was a total kayfabe or whatever. Like I was just like Pizza Express Mountain. Kayfabe, yeah. It was like I Pizza Express Mountain, and they're like, "Oh, what do you study?" I'm like, "Perfect toppings." And like after a while, they just all stopped talking to me.
Yeah,
like it was just like, "Oh, he's gonna do okay, fine." And I just lived in that moment and that truth. And the best chili had a lot of cinnamon in it, as far as I'm concerned.
Super.
Welcome back to Inside the Actors Studio. I'm here with Norm Thoeming, and Norm, the students here. They've just got basically one request.
Yep.
Norm, can we talk?
A dramatic monologue from my Oscar-winning film?
We want to talk to Pizza Express Man. Can Pizza Express Man say hello to us today?
Yes, please. Yes. Oh gosh! Oh my God!
The
only reason we're here.
$50 for this.
People of Earth, do not look upon me in fear, for I am here to grant you flavor and goodness and good times.
He's doing it.
Wow.
I am here to help, not scare, so do not be afraid of my bulging muscles. They are only made of sausage, delicious sausage with only the finest ingredients.
Oh my God.
Wow. That was
So gorgeous.
so powerful.
It's hard to get back into that. I just want everyone to know it takes me a little bit to get back in that.
When we screen the trilogy of Pizza Express Man films every year, many of the students think back to how deeply method you went, not breaking Pizza Express Man character for the entire sequential 3-year shoot as you went through. What would you say was the most challenging portion of that? The separation from your family, the dedication to only eating bread, cheese, sauce-based food. Let me let you.
Mostly, I was going to say the crippling distance I put between my son and I, who still doesn't speak to me to this day.
Yes,
but more so, I would say the oil sweats. Pepperoni is not a human meat. I mean, it's not you shouldn't consume
not
it on a
made
regular
for people.
basis.
Yes,
it's not made of people or for the people. It is a meat.
Is it made
for
by
drunken.
the people? I'm sorry. I should have held in my hand. I'm sorry.
That's it. I'm walking out. I am walking out.
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, it happens. I'm sorry. It puts me in a dark place.
He's a freshman. I apologize.
But in essence, the Pizza Express Man is still within me, and wherever I go, he's there. In my darkest times, he's there to lift me up with a golden crust with a light garlic paste. He's there to keep me warm with the gooey cheesy, and he is there to spice things up with a little jalapeno.
Oh my God.
I hope that everyone, when studying the craft of acting, can put a little bit of Pizza Express inside them.
Sir, I want to thank you so much. And I also want to say that we are honored that you could be here. Your film career has taken a turn.
Hold that thought. What? Somewhere there's a pizza in Express. Oh, no!
Oh.
I'm sorry, everyone. Up, and a pizza!
Oh my God, you destroyed the roof.
What?
Shit.
To dream.
So, you're not really robbing the bank, right? This is like a thing. You're like the robbing dude.
I am the robbing dude, as in I am the dude that's robbing this bank right now.
But I get you. All these other people lying on the floor in fear. They think you're for reals, that you're going to shoot them in the face like you said when you came in. But I know. This is just a thing.
All right. Come here. Let me just put my arm around you right here. Okay.
You know, I did take one improv class, so if you need me to help you out, let me know.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Shh. All right. Yeah. No. I don't have bullets.
I knew it.
You got this, right? You got
that
it. Okay.
teller shit herself. She's behind the wall.
I've never had a shitting before. That was a first time for me.
Can I go to the bathroom and clean myself up? Or
Shut the fuck up, or I'll shoot your head.
Please don't kill. Oh God, I did it again.
Okay. Oh my God! Again,
she totally bought it.
Oh my God! So you. I realize you see through this, but you're the only one. I mean, they're all buying it, right?
I really think that they are, and I was like, you know what? Here's how I knew. I was at a bachelorette party, and this cop came to the door, and I swore we were all going to get arrested, and then he was a stripper. And
what?
Ever since then, it's like I did.
I did that, and I did that for a little while. I did the bachelor party stripping thing. It just I didn't make enough money with it. That's why I had to come here and do this.
That makes sense.
Hello, Robin Guy. I'm a second-year directing student at the New School, and I saw your work on the closed caption TV, on the closed circuit TV in the bank, and did
I project well enough for that camera?
Oh my God!
Because I feel like I wanted to aim myself to that. I was worried that the people in the bank were going to buy it as much because I had to really up the emotions because the camera's at a distance. There's close-up camera acting, there's distance camera acting, there's stage acting. I wasn't sure if I was nailing everything.
Sir, you were not acting. You were being, and it came. The effervescence.
You don't know how bad I need to hear that.
The reality, the authenticity came off of you like cartoon stink lines.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank you.
I would like, if I could.
No, please.
I'm going to spend my own money, and I would love to
bail me out.
Well, with condition that perhaps, you would. Things are happening. I would love for you to do a spec commercial with me as the new Pizza Express man.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm not allowed within 30 feet of any Pizza Express. Long story, whole thing with the stripper, blah, blah, blah.
Thank you for seeing me, doctor. The thing is that nobody believes me.
Go on.
Okay, you've seen the Pizza Express commercial that just came out, right?
Of course, it's transcendent.
Okay, well, 12 years ago, I was a teller at the First Union National Bank, and we were robbed by a man who, at the time, I don't know how to say this other than I just shit myself twice while I was there, and it was really traumatic for me. And that same man is now on a Pizza Express commercial that's on TV all the time, and I have tried to contact
Hey, Doc. I know you were in a session right now,
yes,
but
I'm in a session right now.
Is it cool if I just come in here and clean up a little bit?
Do you mind?
I saw Shitty Girl come in, so I thought I'd get a jump on my cleaning up for the day.
I'm not shitting right now.
Hey,
I only shit when I see the guy who tried to rob. Well, who it turned out he didn't even have bullets in his gun, and I don't just shit myself all the, I'm not shitting for no reason, sir. This is very unprofessional.
Wow, I've never been called out of my professionalism as the janitor, but
I was talking to the doctor, actually.
I've overstepped my bounds. I'm going to step back out.
I didn't invite the janitor in.
My bad.
He just came in. He knocked, and then he didn't even wait for me to say come in. He just came in.
I'm going to knock myself out.
This is supposed to be a safe therapeutic
yes, come in.
Now I'm just saying commercial all the time.
I'm knocking myself out.
You're knocking yourself out. Of course. I'm terribly sorry for that.
I think you should lock the door when patients are in here, like, exposing themselves emotionally.
What if there's an emergency? Like someone tries to rob us?
Hey, it's the Pizza Express man. How's it going?
Oh no.
You. Again? Really?
Yes, janitor, you need to come in now. I think a shitting has occurred.
It's a lot of
now you can come in. You know what? I'm not paying for this session. I just want you to know.
Oh, I'm paying for it.
You will hear from collections. We are in session.
Also, this is a holdup.
Legit.
a lot going on there at the end.
Yeah.
So I had my own addition to this. So, I'm in the IT profession and I used to work for a managed service provider. So that's basically a company that does IT for smaller companies that don't necessarily need their own full-time staff. And we had a client who was a company that manufactured a major brand of personal lubricant. And nice. I was sent
There's only one major one.
No, there are shockingly many. But yeah, so I was sent to the owner's penthouse apartment in West Hollywood to do some work on his personal computer. And I get up to the top to his penthouse. I walk in, and it's just nothing but half naked men draped all over everything. It's like every stereotype of
actual humans.
Actual humans, right? No, these weren't photographs. These were just his boy toys all over the place. It was hilarious because they managed to send the one employee of the company who just wouldn't care at all about this. Like, we had several people in the company who were born again Christians or whatever, and I was like, this is cool. And my job was he had all of his photos on Shutterfly, and Shutterfly was a photo backup service online. It was kind of probably going away soon. He wanted them all moved into iPhoto. And Shutterfly doesn't have a way to do this automatically, so I had to help him order DVD backup copies of all of his photos from Shutterfly that they mailed.
This was 20 years ago?
It feels like it, yeah. And then we get the DVDs, and my job is to come back and load all the DVDs into the computer and manually move all of his personal photographs from Shutterfly into it. And
I'm guessing, I'm just taking a shot here, that
please.
The guy who had all the half-naked dudes lounging around his house.
You might have figured out where some of this is going.
A bunch of photos of vintage billboards from the 1950s.
Absolutely.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Did I get that?
Like all of those old photos of Sylmar, and it's like, come visit beautiful Sylmar, and it's just like a strip mall. Those, and also let's see, before and after photos of all the plastic surgery he paid for his toys. And then also tons of water sports photos of him and his partner.
Jet skis.
Skiing? And
you wish. You wish.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted a water sports clarification.
Yes, not jet skis.
Yes.
The other kind of water sports.
Got it.
So yeah, it was just all of their intimate moments and everything, and thousands and thousands and thousands. And with the way it works and the way they're organized, I literally had to be looking through them to be able to move them where they needed to be. So I saw countless personal photographs.
Out of curiosity, how many free mugs and totes did he also have that were just well, it was on Shutterfly, and I had the coupon.
Yes, yeah, no, they were just adorning the apartment. Yeah. So yeah, that was my crazy weird story.
I assume every one of those boy toys walks out with a tote with a picture of his own penis on it.
I should hope so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, what's the point?
Super.
Yeah, come on in. Just the hard drives are over there. Just please ignore all the
clowns. The room full of sexy clowns.
Yeah.
Hi.
Jesus. I'm okay.
Theodore, can you please get off of your massive shoes off of the hard drives so the IT guy can pull out my digital life and just move it somewhere else. You think I have everything.
Yep.
And here I am, just with a bunch of sexy clowns that will do anything that I say.
Do you want to smell my flower?
No, I'm good right now. Thank you. Maybe later. I don't know.
Okay.
How about a bottle of seltzer? Do you want some seltzer?
Not right now. Thank you. All
right.
Okay. I have some questions. Your company deals with aggregates and concrete mixtures. Where's the clown tie-in come from?
It's just my fetish. I have a lot of pent-up rage from my ill relationship with my father.
Oh.
Speak for yourself. I'm also an expert in rebar.
That's fine. Great. Well, let's just get these hard drives and let's get the hell out of here as soon as.
Hey, mister, pull my finger.
The big one? Your gloves only have.
Of course, the big one.
Okay, I'll just do it. Here it goes. Come on, pull. honestly, I thought it'd be worse than that.
What else would you expect?
I don't
know.
No,
he delivers the sexiest part.
I honestly expected confetti or something.
That's when you pull the other thing.
Oh, thank you. Maybe later. Great. Maybe later.
Well, I'll partake.
Would you like to see how I juggle balls?
It's gonna kill me to say no to this. So yes, go ahead. How many can you juggle at once?
Oh, that's really up to you.
Great.
Look,
I'll meet you in the little car over there.
I'm gonna need you. Look, you clowns, if you could please continue molesting our guest, but he does have work to do. So if you could please continue the conversation. I part of my fetish is watching folks be entertained by sexy clowns. So
you want to see what's down my pants?
I do not.
It's a cream pie.
Okay, I have questions. Is it a full cream pie? Is there a crust? Just show me. You know what? Show me.
Yeah, here you go.
Look, once you get into the hard drive,
it's just whipped cream. It's just whipped cream.
Move
and
everything.
Here it is in my face.
Every folder except anything that says or relates to pizza or express or man.
Sure,
okay?
Sure. I have
just anything.
Oh, this is USB 2. This is going to take forever. You sure you don't have a?
So we send you out for a 1 hour tech call. You come back 8 hours later and you're covered in makeup. What is going on, Eddie?
I'm a new person. I'm just going to say it. Don't call me Eddie anymore. Call me Mr. Chimples.
This is making me very uncomfortable.
Maybe
we hired you.
Maybe a laughter tickle will help you feel better.
Don't trust me. HR does not want me to be tickled, and I too do not want to be tickled.
Come on, Tina. Look at my flower. It's squirting.
Oh my God. You know what? I am writing you up. You've got one more chance.
I have. No, you wipe off your face. You can use my bandana. Here, pull.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Eddie. I just want you to know I'm here with a lot of people who love you a whole lot. And we're here to just have a talk with you about just some of the ways how your clowning has hurt those who care about you the most.
We're here,
right, Eddie. Now, I just want you to sit down right here now. Now,
gotta stop, man.
I want you to know your daughter wrote you a letter that she wants to read to you. So just sit right here, Eddie. Okay. Go ahead, Charlotte. Go ahead.
Daddy, you used to be a good daddy. You were my favorite daddy. You were the best. You were normal, and you had a normal job, and you didn't make weird noises, and you didn't spray people with your flour, and you didn't have big shoes that were embarrassing in front of me and my friends. You didn't wake me up in the middle of the night, and you didn't scare me like a scary monster. Love, Shulie.
Thank
gotta
you very
stop,
much,
Eddie.
Julie.
It's gotta stop.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much.
Do I get to respond, or do I have to sit here and just take them?
Well, I think it's important for you to realize that there have been challenges for those who love you, and you need to hear those challenges. Okay. All right. Now, who would like to speak next? I know. When I called on Charlotte, she ran out of the room crying. So thank you for stepping up, Julie. But is there anybody else who'd like to speak?
Oh, yeah, I would like to. I would like to speak.
Go ahead.
Dude, all right, Eddie, it's gotta stop. Stop. Dude, stop. No, Eddie. Why is he making balloon animals while I'm talking?
Please, Eddie.
All right. Eddie.
Eddie.
Thank
you.
Eddie. We've known each other since high school. We were on the football team together. We went to college together. You have changed, man. You have changed. You used to be cool. Now you're running around doing crazy stuff with giant pants on. That's not who you are. That's not who we are, man. It's gotta stop, man. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop right now, Eddie. Listen, bro, look at me. Look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes. I love you, man. I love you, and this has gotta stop because this is not who you are. I know who you are in there, man. Eddie, come back to us. Eddie.
Wow.
All right, can I respond? Because I just feel like I'm being
powerful,
attacked.
Ralph.
Can I just respond?
Well, okay.
I am not attacking you. I am hugging you.
There's a lot of love here. There's
Eddie,
a lot of love.
I gotta jump in here because I feel like you're not understanding all the angles.
Thank you,
here.
Roy.
You know,
Thank you.
You and I volunteer on the volunteer fire department together. Last week we got a call and you just ran around the fire with your pants off, just carrying the ladder with you and just screaming and running around in circles and circles and circles and circles and then spraying the rest of the fire department. The house burned down, Eddie. The house burned down.
See, that's going to stop, man. It's going to stop.
Yeah, I'm hearing it now. I'm hearing the laugh at inappropriate time.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Now, Eddie, what I'm here to do, Eddie, is I'm here to make you an offer. There is a facility that we can take you to for 28 days. Mm-hmm. And there you will be exposed to no sort of clown type paraphernalia at all. It is a place where
wait. No big nose?
There will be no big
oversized
noses.
Shoes?
No oversized shoes.
No overalls?
There will be zero overalls.
Suspenders?
All the cars are SUVs that are oversized. Every single thing there. Every bucket is filled with neither water nor confetti, but simply a solid mix of concrete so that you can lift it to strengthen yourself.
We love you.
We love you.
These people love you very much, Eddie, and I'm just here to help. So what I'm asking is, Eddie, will you accept this help today?
Yeah. Just pull my finger real fast.
Well, do you just need me to pull you over into the van?
Yeah.
For help?
Yeah. Just pull my finger.
Eddie, there's a lot of people here who love you, Eddie. I just need.
We love you.
This is just okay.
Pull it, Dad.
I'm just
the only
gonna.
thing that doesn't need to stop is the love we have for you.
I'm hoping I'm pulling you in for a hug. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing hold.
Here we go.
I'm grabbing
Here we
hold. Just giving it a tug.
Here we go. Just keep pulling.
Little tug.
You pulled my arm off. You pulled my arm off.
Eddie, I have to say, we all thought 27 days ago that this just wasn't going to happen. You weren't going to make it through the entire program. And here we are in your final 12 hours. And I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but you may be our greatest success story.
Well, you have to go really far down to get back up this high. So I just want to thank you all for being patient. I know I had some relapses. I know there was the incident with the peanut butter and the dog and the spikes and the hair gel.
Still
sorry about
the Eastern Wing is still off limit.
No, and that's bad. But again, I'm very happy to be going back into the world where I will totally not clown.
I'm very, very happy to hear you say that. And we normally don't do this, but because of your incredible transformation, we have a couple people that you may have been missing. Who've come to say hello to the new Eddie that they haven't seen for 27 days. Wow. And we're giving them a little. Julie, you're around the corner.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, there she is.
Hi, honey. Hi.
Oh, okay. Let's stay behind the ropes.
Size.
Yeah. They just issue you.
Oh my God, I can see your face. It's actually your real skin and not a scary paint.
Well, I got some sun. And you look great.
Thank you. Yeah. I've been going to therapy too.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's called post clown daughter daddy therapy.
It's a lot.
They made it just for me and some of the other children of clown addicts.
I'm sorry you had to do that, hon.
That's okay.
No, I need to make amends.
You do. You should be sorry, Eddie, because we created this whole new field of psychiatric treatment and evaluation because of you. There never was an issue with clowns before. I mean, there were issues with clowns. They scare people, but at the level you were at was...
There was a picture of you on the wall in the room.
Yeah. Well, now I have questions. Who were all those people in group? Were they not clowns? Were they actors? Are you all is there a camera over there?
Hey, I'm Robert Guy. I am an actor. Nice to meet you. Nice to finally come clean about who I am. Hope that my performance was convincing.
Yeah, no, it was really convincing. I mean, you told me that story about that show you did in Poughkeepsie. Is that even a real place?
Yep. Oh, God, no. Poughkeepsie?
No.
Who names a place Poughkeepsie? Come on. I made that up. Completely improvised. Right off the top of my head.
And you...
By the way, coupon for Pizza Express?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, sure. And you, Nurse Cratchit. Were you even a nurse?
I am not. My real name is Judy Fabjans. And I was portraying the role of Nurse Cratchit this whole time. All those drugs that I was giving you, sugar pills.
Explains the zits.
Give it up for Judy. Give it up for Judy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. You know, if you know anybody who's looking for someone, I'll leave a couple headshots in your go bag.
Dr. Tickles, are you even a doctor?
Yes, I graduated from Yale Medical School.
Thank God.
First in my class.
Thank God.
Legit.
Yep.
Genuinely terrifying.
Hey, Michael Heiman, I believe we have a couple sponsors this week.
We do have more than one ad this week.
Wow.
We have stepped it up. Listen, you know, sometimes you've got to increase the influx of funds, and that's where we're at.
I think it's the Tom and Doug bump from the last record.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
All right. Well, let's hear our first ad. Now, one thing what's really wonderful is our guests have started bringing sponsors to us.
It's true.
And I think we're going to start kind of making that a requirement to get on the show, is that they have to bring us a sponsor. You know, I think that's only fair.
That's part of this industry.
That's right.
It's easy
Pay
when we have
play.
guests of such renown that they, you know, advertisers want them to pitch their product.
Yeah, they just follow them to us.
Yeah.
So that's really half the benefit. So I'd love to hear what they brought.
So we're doing bringer shows now. I love it.
Great. Well, I think Shulie and I are ready to start our pitch.
Do your dates look like this?
They say I shouldn't talk about politics on a date.
Hey, liberate the capital or liberate your mind. I don't care. I'm single.
But I see things differently than you. How could this ever work?
I don't know, baby. You got a butt like America. Everybody loves it and ain't nothing wrong with it. But for some reason, I just can't get my hands there. Are you tired of being torn apart by bipartisan love?
Are you tired of the truth-enhancing qualities leading to arguments?
Are you looking for someone who finds Jimmy Carter both a saint and awful at the same time?
Are you looking to start a campaign, and that campaign is for love?
Well, then look no further. Stop tearing up the Thanksgiving table and try Candi-Date.
Just pick from a few selections. You can pick one from each category, or really settle in on a party. Sooner or later, you'll pick your Candi-Date.
I gotta tell you, I don't care for liberal types, but when I saw her smile as we walked down the aisle, and literally her vows were like, just don't, we'll talk later, but probably shut up, I was like, I'm in love, and I don't care who knows it. Trump 2028.
I once thought that what I needed to do was find a man who thought like me, but Candi-Date showed me that it's better to let an opposite attract. Sure, I'm blue and he's red, but our love is all purple.
Find your mate at
Candi-Date.
Legit.
That could not be more relevant in today's time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I mean, a lot of our sponsors that we get on this show, super fringe, you know, they feel like sometimes they're like for a very small niche audience. They're like, I'm not sure we're going to get much out of that. But
one.
this
that's
this
right
one
down the
seems
middle.
super, super appropriate right
Yeah,
now.
I hope they're happy because they have been sending me T-shirts that I cannot wear in public, and I'm just hoping this gets them off my back for a bit.
You know, at first I thought their logo, I thought it was a Kilroy, and then I realized
It's killed.
there were no eyes on there.
Yeah.
Michael, what's our other sponsor for this episode?
Oh, we're just gonna go ad to ad.
We're just gonna go for it.
You know
yeah.
what? This is the advertising section. This is where we make our money. Got it.
That's right.
Well,
Now, this is what another podcast I refer to as skip time.
Yeah, exactly.
We've made
Yeah.
it so you can push the 30 button instead of the 15-second button.
Yes.
Well, here's mine. Hey there. Do you feel like it's too easy to breathe? Do you feel like you're living in an awkward way, but a good kind of awkward? Well, listen. Now there's heavy air. With heavy air, you've got thicker air that makes your lungs work harder, to strengthen them, to make them strong. Heavy air is so thick, you can cut it with a knife. Just listen to our special sponsor, celebrity, Samuel L. Jackson, try to breathe heavy air. Look at him go. He's breathing that heavy air like a pro, like he's been waiting for this his whole life. Watch as his lungs balloon with muscles and strength as his body works overtime to breathe that heavy air. Don't you want heavy air in your lungs, making you stronger? Just listen to Frank Zappa sing Smoke on the Water. That's not his song. We're not sure why we said Frank Zappa, but Smoke on the Water is about Frank Zappa. That's the thing we meant to say. Smoke on the Water is about heavy air. We've been around forever. So listen, get heavy air into your air conditioning, your central air, your offices. We're taking over. Whether you like it or not, heavy air is coming, and it's coming for you.
Wow. That is a hard rebrand for carbon monoxide. I mean, you hire a good advertising firm, you can make anything happen. That is great.
I don't know. I still prefer their original pitch as flavored air.
Yeah.
Tastes like a 73 Chrysler.
I've had a couple of weird job shit. One of them that I can't get over, which is totally normal actually, is I worked the first summer I moved out here before I got my job. I worked the dessert counter basically at Mi Piace in Burbank. So I was in charge of making the desserts look pretty before they went out. And the amount of detail, I was like, you drizzle some chocolate sauce on it. And the amount of frustration that my manager had at what my lackluster making a dessert plate, make a dessert look more appetizing skills, the anger which she unleashed on me because of my drizzle wasn't, I guess, drizzly enough or whatever, is one of those things that I'm constantly like, man, I'm glad I have a job that is not that now. But I'm a middle school drama teacher when I'm not, podcasting. And my first year, I had to shop for costumes. So I was going into stores and as a 28-year-old guy holding up dresses and having to be like, do you have this in a size that would fit a middle school girl? I'm literally looking for a nurse outfit for a middle school girl and trying not realizing until after I've left where I'm like, oh, they think I'm a monster. I totally understand why they would think that. Yep. I can't go back in and explain that I'm not a monster, but they just think I'm a monster. Great. Great.
Let me ask a follow-up question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
So your manager at the dessert place,
yes.
Do you think that was their thing, or did they live their whole life everything was on that level, or was it just the desserts that bothered that person?
This is the kind of person that I realized in retrospect, because then I was 23 and I was like, I guess I'm bad at this. But it's one of those people who absolute power corrupts absolutely, and a little bit of power corrupts annoyingly. And this is the thing where she had this thing where she could be like, no, it's not good enough. And I think she honestly didn't like my friend who got me the job, and then by the mathematical principle also thought I was a piece of shit too. So it's well, I'll just be extra mean to him.
Great.
Good lull. I love a lull.
We all enjoyed the story, and then they're
it's such a weird thing to be weird about. Is it a drizzle?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even quantify?
Yeah. Because
unless you're opening up the drizzle bottle and just dumping it on top, I feel like all drizzles
shotgunning chocolate
much.
Sauce all over that thing. Super.
Sarah, you got a sec? You can put your side work down?
Oh, yeah.
Sarah H or Sarah A?
Both.
Oh my
both
God! It happened again.
Why don't we bring the whole team in here? Why don't we just everybody come?
Everybody get in here. All right.
I was
Sorry,
on my
Sarah.
break.
This always
What?
happens. Sorry,
I'm holding a
everybody.
tray of drinks. Is that fine?
Let's go and pass those out, and then come back, and then we're here. I don't have to say it again, do I? Do I have to say why we're here?
I forgot what
you
table
do.
I was
Yeah.
going to. Do you guys want these drinks?
Sure.
Take one.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
take
take
a
one.
Coke.
Yeah, I'll
You
take
guys
one.
help yourself.
Enough, guys.
Is this diet? Is this diet?
No.
Guys, we're here about your chocolate
That's
squirts.
fine. Cheat day.
What?
We are here about your chocolate squirts.
You said
Oh
it
my
again.
God,
that's
Ron, do you have
personal.
chocolate squirts
You know what I'm talking about. At chocolates, at
in your
chocolates,
pants?
at Chocolate Squirt Charlie's, the squirt is the most important part of every plate we put out in the restaurant, and you people are fucking it up.
Well, hey, just a second. I know you're not talking about me because I squirt better than anyone in this room.
No, actually,
Whoa,
look at
Rodney.
that board. No, look at that board.
No,
Whose
Rodney,
picture
we're
is
not-
right there?
Rodney.
Who's squirter of the month? Month
Okay,
after
this
month.
month-
Who's squirter of the month?
You're even squirter
no.
of the quarter.
You always write yourself up.
You
there.
rigged that. You
Yeah.
rigged that because you
That's
voted
not
for
an actual
yourself.
competition.
No,
it's a thing
but
you do.
it's true.
What, Ron? Are you really?
At two, Ron?
Yeah, you guys, this is serious. And yeah, Rodney's fine. Ron's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've all been through the squirting training, and I think that it's, it's a little disconcerting because the parameters are really confusing.
You know,
Yeah.
you know who
Say
else?
squirt.
Right.
You know who else used to say that? Your friend Tina.
That's what this is about, isn't it?
And Tina has
Too
not called
soon.
me back. I've called her 5 times this week, and she is a piece of shit.
Okay, Ron.
Ron,
Whoa.
Ron, you
Whoa.
can't
That
hold
you
us
can't
all.
treat Sarah like that because of
Thank you, Sarah.
You're
Look,
welcome,
you
Sarah.
can't keep doing this. You can't punish the whole group because Tina doesn't want to date you.
She doesn't want to date me, or she won't call me back because I
No,
think she
she-
won't call me back.
If she wanted to date you, she would call you back. And this meeting has nothing to do with squirting, does it?
I mean, everyone's diameter could be wider.
What is
I've
that
been
even
told that. I've been told
mean?
that. a
Oh,
few
wow.
times, yeah.
Wow. Ron, you've debased yourself on the premise of a meeting that wasn't even about that, man.
I mean, maybe her phone doesn't work. Are you able to call her, Sarah?
Yes, I can call her just fine,
Yeah, she's
Ron.
been texting me all day. Like she's been
she
blowing up
talks
my
to
phone.
everyone here. She
Yeah.
talks to literally everyone here all
When
the
you
time.
said we were having
We've
a
all
meeting, I
received
put her
text.
on Facebook.
we're actually all in a group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tina
didn't-
says hi, everyone except Ron. Okay. she's
Ron,
back.
listen. Rom-coms have led you to believe that this sort of blind persistence is what women want. But
Yeah,
really
right.
what you're doing is harassing Tina.
They don't want it.
We don't.
And this is also called transference because you are transferring your feelings about Tina onto all of us.
Also,
Right on,
I
Sarah.
saw the stack of poster boards and the magic markers that you bought yesterday. I hope you're not planning a thing at her home.
For what? To,
You shouldn't even have her home address.
Yeah. Don't do a say anything.
Yeah.
or Love
No.
Actually?
Or Love Actually.
Okay,
do
so
either.
they're
No.
all out.
Oh,
Don't
Or
do
the
either.
know, if
Or
I
in the
could-
radio or
No 10
poster
things I hate
boards.
about
Yeah.
you.
If I could offer you some advice from
Please.
the employee handbook, that you have to look at your desired relationship with Tina, just like working here at Squirting Charlie's and our philosophy and how to squirt properly, right? It's in the name. We're squirting Charlie's. We're not blasting Charlie's. And you are blasting Tina
Mhm.
really hard.
Wow.
Well said, Rodney. Well said, Rodney.
Wow.
Well said. Okay, so great meeting, guys. Lot to think about, and let's get out there and sell those squirts.
Oh, Ron, your eyes are squirting.
legit.
Speaking of squirting, I have a terrible story.
Oh,
Okay.
So this isn't exact. It's. I often think about this as one of the worst situations I've had to deal with at camp. We have during summer camp we're very big and there's a lot of people. Winter camp's a lot smaller, and oftentimes there's like fewer people, for our staff to go to when something happens, and oftentimes it's just me. And there was one winter years ago where they're like, Michael, some kid shit all over the floor in the bathroom. He shit on his pants, and there's poop all the floor in the
Theme of this
bathroom.
episode.
Yeah, I mean that's why I thought about it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm the only one here. Okay, I'll take care of it. Just get him cleaned up and changed, and then I'll clean up. I'll clean up in the bathroom. And I couldn't get in the janitor's closet, so I am steeling myself to like, okay, get his like paper towels and just clean this up. It wasn't a lot, but it was still enough to be like, okay, deep breaths, steel myself, get ready. And as I'm working myself up to this, the door to the bathroom opens and someone brings in a kid with like a bloody nose who's like dripping blood. Like, hey, oh, Michael, please help this kid. Like, they know I have first aid certified, so help this kid. I'm like, I'm really the only one who can do this. I'm also cleaning up this shit right now. And they're bringing in this kid who's bleeding in the same place as the shit. And I'm trying so hard not to throw up from the smell of all this to add to it. It was gross. Very gross.
That's what they call the child care trifecta.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not even a father. There I was.
How old are these children?
The youngest at camp are 5 and the oldest are 13.
Okay.
It wasn't weird in the moment or like within its own context. Out of context, it definitely I look back at it and like, this is weird. When I was in Chicago back in 2007, I had only been living in Chicago for like a year and a half, and the job that I got after I moved there, just corporate world wasn't working out, and I ended up getting a job as security at Hydrate nightclub, which is a late night bar. It still exists, but it's one of the biggest gay nightclubs in Chicago. It's in Boys Town, on like the main strip. And I worked there for like 2.5-3 years, and loved everybody I worked with. It was really fun and easy because there were rarely fights and awful things you have to deal with at really any other bar, just down the street in Wrigleyville. But almost every night of the week it was themed nights. Like Mondays was dollar drinks, so it would just be messy because there's all the cups. We just bring up plastic cups, and people just get torn up and puke everywhere and everything. Tuesdays was like 80s night, but the nights that were weird were like Thursdays was strippers, and the male strippers, of course, and their fluff prep area was right. The time clock to punch in was in the middle of them.
Did you have a classic like punch card? You put in the thing, it goes beep,
yes.
beep, beep, beep.
Yeah, well, it was the kind you put the card in and pull the lever.
Yeah.
Oh, like it was like
did it have a steam
you were
whistle
legitimately
when everyone was off too?
Good morning,
yes,
Sam.
We were going to work at CNC Music Factory. And you'd come down, especially if you were coming on because usually we staggered shifts for security. So like one person would open, and then after a few hours, a second or even third person would come in. So if you were opening on a Thursday, you would come downstairs, and the gaggle of male strippers would be fluffing themselves and discussing the latest advancements in erection technology.
Right.
Okay.
But it was all, it didn't, nobody was fazed by it. Like it was just part of the job.
It's like Magic Mike.
Super. Welcome, everyone, to this year's 2023 ErecTech Conference, where we discuss all of the latest things in erectile technology. Here at ErecTech, our motto is, it's not that hard to stay that hard. We want to welcome everybody here, especially our contingent from Chicago. Welcome, guys. Let's hear it for Chicago, everybody.
Yeah. All right. Chicago's the best.
Yo, we got a ton of guest speakers this year, and I just want to say, first of all, everybody, it's been a good year. It's been a good year for all of us out here. We've been out here making things stay up way longer than they have been. If you look at this growth chart right here over the last year in erection technology, you'll see it's harder than somebody who fell into a mountain of Viagra while huffing a Cialis while injecting themselves with some sort of goat juice. All right, everybody. All right, now, we've got a lot of speakers on this panel here, so I'm just going to let them go around and introduce themselves.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Bob Lebowski. Nice to meet you all. Glad to be here.
Bob, did you want to give any of your credentials or anything? Or
Hey, I'm Bob Lebowski. What more do you need? Hey!
The guy needs no introduction.
Peter Pecker, PhD here. PhD in Peckerology. You know the study, you know the game. Just all about keeping it real, keeping it up, and keeping it going.
With Peter Pecker, PhD also stands for pretty hard dicks.
It's actually the only thing it stands for. I am not accredited.
Okay, you guys know me. I'm Tony Baloney, and we've really gotten over our slump from the last year. So anyway, it's really great to be here, and thanks for having me back after everything.
Always glad to see you, Tony. Thanks for bringing the meat.
I'm Arlene Blanchett from Injected Molded Plastics Incorporated.
Hi, Arlene. It's great to see you. Great to see you. I'd like to apologize for the behavior of some of our staff earlier as well, Arlene, just right here in front of everybody.
I'm just here to talk about plastics.
Thanks, Arlene. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Pietro. Peter. I have abs and very large penis.
All right, Pietro. You can put that away. We're here to talk business today.
Hey!
Thank you.
Y'all remember me? I'm Eric Chen. Say it fast, but don't do too fast.
Thanks, Eric. Always plays. This guy's got a great sense of humor. If anybody saw him at karaoke the other night, that guy's the best.
Oh, yeah. Love karaoke.
I'm Jeremy Johnson. I got a Johnson. It's normal. It's just a regular old, I'm representing the normal Johnsons.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. It's good to have the penis of the people here as well.
Yeah, it's average 5.5.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
On the high side.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Thank you. So I just wanted to start off with our first question for the panel. What's the most embarrassing thing you've ever had to do for a job that you're okay talking about?
I once had to work at a pizza place. It wasn't very fun. No dancing behind counter, and every time people asked for sausage, they meant sausage.
Wait a second. Were you a former Pizza Express man?
Yes, but
raise your hand on the panel if you were also a former Pizza Express man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I have a PhD in economics.
Legit.
I mean, a lot of very smart people did work at Pizza Express. I mean, I needed that money.
Yes, they did, Norm. Yes, they did.
A lot of ladies like to kiss the Pizza Express man, too. Just random making out with the Pizza Express man. God. Oh, not a bit. That's
The other nights that were weird were like, it was like, I think we were doing it twice monthly. It was like every other Friday was lube wrestling.
Oh my God.
And
Nice.
so we and of course security, security and barbacks, because I security for a few months, only security, but then I also would barback some nights too. But barbacks, you kind of are also security at the same time while barbacking. We would be responsible for setting all these events up. We would just I can't remember, around like 8 p.m., you got to go downstairs and go get the tarps and the bumpers to basically set up like an indoor, very shallow swimming pool, and then just lug up 5-gallon jugs of fucking lube and just dump lube everywhere. And then,
how do you get rid of it?
You would also have to have two
that?
of you asking would be
for a friend.
responsible for being the lubers for the wrestlers. And it wasn't like we didn't have professional, the strippers from Thursday night wouldn't be there to put on a show and wrestle each other. It was just patrons. You just we allowed the bar patrons to wrestle.
Sure they felt like it was a privilege.
It was it was quite a, I mean, it was very funny. It was hilarious because it would often be, two friends that just got a kick out of it, or it'd be like two groups of friends pushing their two single buddies who they're trying to get to like
to hook up.
They've been trying to hook up for a while, and they're pushing them together, and they just see how they do. And sometimes it'd just be awful because it'd be like this just massive bear, and they'd throw a little otter in at him, and the otter would be like running around. I want to know who
fell in love in the lube pool. I want to know if that ever worked. If shoving two of your single friends into a vat of lube, and then they lived happily.
I want to know who went from bar backing to barebacking.
There were regulars. there was a regular couple that met at lube wrestling, and
in the pool.
For the entirety of my time there, they were together. I mean, I have no idea if they still
were. You
are,
not invited to the wedding?
I wasn't.
He just was invited to lube everybody up and then send them up down the aisle.
Super. Okay, everyone. You know me. I'm the best man. Here I am. Okay, but we're here to talk about Travis and Kyle. That's what we're here for, right? That's where we all came, and I'm given some would say, privilege of telling the story of how they met. And you know what? I'm not going to hold back because it's graphic. So
what is he saying?
I think he's talking about the time they met.
Oh, they met on that cruise, right? That's what I've heard.
That's what I heard as well.
Well, don't worry, Grandma. It's not what you think. It's worse. So we're out in Boys Town, typical night. We're drunk as hell, 10 drinks in. We're going around. We're like, okay, what's open still? And we go to this place that has lube wrestling. And me and Travis, we're going in. We're like, okay, you know what? Maybe it'll be a good time. Maybe it won't. Who knows? And then we walk in, and they're glistening, covered in lube, just with his arms around another nearly naked man covered in lube. There he was. There was Kyle. Wrestling, lubed up, just as slick as the day is long.
I think Lou Westlake introduced them.
He was the cruise ship entertainer.
That's what I believe. I think he did Sylvia's granddaughter's bar mitzvah.
This is a beautiful story.
Well, I tell you, so they took a break. They were at round 4 or 5. We don't remember. I just remember Travis was transfixed on Kyle. And they said, who would like to volunteer to re-lube the wrestlers? And I tell you, before I could volunteer Travis, he was already rushing up to the kiddie pool to put his hands on this man. And he did it. Right, Travis? Come on, don't be shy. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. You did it. Look at you now. Look at you two. Here you are.
We talked about the story.
It's what happened. It's just what happened. Yeah, and he, and so he is like, he's really going for it. I mean, again,
Kyle,
pretty drunk.
Kyle,
really
are you going to do something about
really
this?
Really drunk.
Kyle?
And he's just got his hands on Kyle. He is rubbing Kyle, and they're like, hey, what's your name?
Friend. He's your friend more.
I know, when he's telling the story beautifully, it's really putting some positive light on me.
My grandparents are here.
And I could tell, like, the way the light was shining out down on Kyle, story. Glistening in KY jelly, looking back at you, Travis.
They were listening well to each other while they had jelly.
Is one of them a man?
And Travis, your silk shirt was also drenched in KY. It was just splashed on you. It didn't matter. You didn't even care. You didn't notice.
It wasn't even KY. It was an off-brand. Like, you can't afford that much KY.
It was just generic lube. Yeah.
Either way, it was clear that Travis didn't care. He lost his vanity in that moment to rub Kyle with lube so that he could win that wrestling match.
Oh my God. They met in a gay bar lube fight just like us.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
I'm so happy for you.
Legit.
Oh, and on that pure joy, I think we bring this episode of the Super Legit podcast to a close. I want to thank everyone so much for joining me this week, and I think Michael Heiman has a whole spiel he's supposed to go through.
Of course,
right?
I do. I have my co-hostly duties. So thank you as always to Matt Walker for intro and outro music. This episode was hosted and edited by Jet Kaufman, co-edited and produced by Christian Heffley, and co-hosted by me, Michael Heiman. Every scene you heard today was improvised and lubed up on the spot, along with some of the ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort and pleasure. If you're loving what we're doing, please pause real quick, write a 5-star review before you close the app, tell your friend about us in a best man speech. Tonight's regular cast includes Chris Sanders, Jen Burton, Sean Michael Boozer, Stephen C. James, and of course our very special returning guests, Shulie Cowen and Norm Thoeming. Shulie, Norm, would you like to plug anything, promote something?
Sure, I'll go with kindness. Spread it.
Thanks, Billboard.
But also, we do an improvised musical called Opening Night, the Improvised Musical. You can find us on the Instagram and the Facebook and find nearby showtimes in the Los Angeles area.
How often are y'all performing? Is it once a month at Fanatic Salon, correct?
Some might say we're every day, but we don't know because 3 months in advance, we're just living that life. Find us online.
Find us online. You can follow me on Twitter at Shulie Cowen and About Town for your voiceovers and acting issues.
Issues. I like
Well,
issues.
if you've got an issue that you need a voiceover or an actor, problem solved.
Well, thank you all once again for joining me on this show. It's so wonderful to have returning guests. We know we're doing it right when you're willing to come back. So, and not only that, you brought us a sponsor. Oh my gosh, it's spectacular. So
thank you for having us.
all. Oh, absolutely. All right, and we'll get everyone looped up for the next time, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jet, I had a question for you.
Yeah, what's up, Steven?
Can Josh, wherever he is, start recording now?
Oh gosh, yes, he is out sick. I will send him a text, and he can start recording now.
I don't believe anything's on. Oh my time, I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
Yay!
Oh my god,
that was super fun.
It is so
I
fun
was
with you guys.
about to tell Kyle, like, how do you think your grandparents met? Or question that, and you guys were
beautiful
on it,
just right on top of it.
So, Sanders, did they just strip down to their underwear and just rock it out right there?
Yes, and you could, since it was a regular thing, there were like some of the regulars that would come almost every lube wrestling night and sign up so they could show off their amazing bodies, and they would bring very tight G-strings and stuff to wrestling.
It's so much better than a
I have to
loose
imagine it's
G-string.
addictive. Like, well, you've done it once or twice, and you're like, I can't.
And then
skip it.
Others,
it's like a good improv jam. It's like, I just got to keep doing this every time.
the ones that were like goaded into it by their friends would be just in whatever underwear they had on.
Did they inject the goat stuff? Is that what the deal was?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get a sash at the end? I feel like you walk away with a hydrate sash.
No, there was really
Hopefully
no
a big belt.
prize. It was just
bragging rights
for people to stand around sipping their drinks and
the
watching.
prize was pride.
I was going to say this earlier, but it's like one of those things where why gay culture is so much better than like cis straight male culture.
Yeah.
Because I bet everybody there was having so much fun.
Oh my God.
And if it was guys wrestling, it would be dead quiet except for the sound of them hitting each other until somebody got mad, went to their car and got a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or secretly hooked up afterwards because they were actually really, really gay for each other.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pause briefly. Norm, can you just say a few words so I can make sure that they show up on the wave meter?
These are the words that I would say if it were time to speak.
Great. All right, it's working. Great. We will edit that out and then put it somewhere else, and it'll be really confusing for everyone.